Pleasure to have him on the phone, and right now we welcome him to Radio 1 and to his fans listening right around the world. Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails. How are you, man?
I'm doing great.
Considering that your life is upside down, inside out, and at the mercy of laborers right now.
Exactly. Doing some construction at a place that I have, so I'm in a weird kind of hippie house up in the Hollywood Hills.
Let's focus on what you've been up to, man. Talk us a little bit about, this music that you've put together, on Ghost and how it relates to the audience and what your whole overall vision is for this, Trent.
Well, this new record kind of came out of a time, let's see, it was last fall. We just finished touring for about a year or so. And finally getting free from a major label record contract, found myself kind of feeling great about being free and feeling terrified about being free. So I was sitting around and I felt inspired to work on some music and wasn't particularly feeling like delving back into high-pressure 9 Inch Nails record. And I noticed as I was noodling around in the studio that if I just sat down and started working on things without thinking about it, I mean, often what happens when I start writing music in the studio is if I don't stop myself, I'll fill it up with things and then there's no room for any kind of melody or what will be the focus of the track. So on this, there was no reservation. I could just do what I felt was right, and it was very liberating to start a track and think, okay, in 2 hours we're going to be done with this.
Yeah.
And let's just see what happens. And without that censor or that editor in place, it was a really fun experience.
I mean, beyond actually putting the music out for people to sit down and listen to and enjoy, you've also, I guess, attached to it some hope that there'll be some interactivity. And I was talking to someone in your camp recently who was saying that the idea is ultimately to hope people will put images and put further inspiration to this music because it is wide open. Given its soundscape, it's wide open to go in any direction. So is that the case? You're kind of hoping that there's going to be some further involvement from fans out there on a sort of filmic level, cinematic level?
Yeah, I mean, why not open this up to community and see what, as if it were soundtracks to films that don't exist, see what people can shoot back at us. And that was the reason I chose not to title the tracks anything other than just numbers. And we wanted it to be kind of a blank canvas, so we weren't telling you, this is track X about this. So we called up YouTube and inquired if they were interested in helping us pull this off, which they were, and we're just kind of, as an experiment, seeing what comes back from the community. And, I mean, I spent the last couple days weeding through a variety of things that range from terrible to pretty interesting. I mean, what you'd expect,
I think it's a great idea, and and I think the whole idea of someone like yourself who could have easily, well, not easily, because I know how hard your records are to finish sometimes and how much you pour into them, but you could have turned around and stayed on the treadmill with or without a record label, and I think it's kind of inspiring that someone at this stage of your journey has decided to take a left turn and do something different. I mean, what are your plans over the next 12 to 18 months without a record label and without all that infrastructure in place? Exciting times.
Yeah, what's changed in my life dramatically? It seems as though the fear that always made records take forever and the endless noodling and reworking and insecurity has kind of gone away. We're working on some new material right now, and we have some dates lined up to play this year that I can't get into too much detail about, but reassembling a new band, and lots of things going on. There's no vacations in mind for at least the next year plus for me.
Yeah, no, I heard that you were effectively going to disband the lineup that's been with you for quite some time, and it must be to walk away from that outfit as it stood it's quite an interesting decision.
Well, the bones of it are still in place. I mean, for me, to be quite frank, it's reassessing what 9 Inch Nails is and trying to make sure that it stays true to who I am as a person at the age I'm at right now and still feels relevant and still has meaning to me.
So you're going to grow a beard and form an acoustic band? Is that what you're saying, Jason?
Well, I didn't want to come out and give that away right now, but okay.
It's been really nice talking with you. Enjoy the rest of your time in your hippie commune that you're currently ensconced in. And, like I said, I think what you're doing is absolutely fascinating, and I hope creatively it pays dividends for you and that you get the results that you seek. And we look forward to whatever you come back with, Trent, and any time in the future you can give us to keep us in the loop is always appreciated, man.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.